Nothing less than 3,456 Minecraft pre-release. Some of the worst news for Minecraft 1.20. But oh baby, some of the best news for the next update. That's coming very soon. Haha, that's right, and even a release date for Minecraft 1.20. Finally. Take a seat, lads, because today I've got an absolute whopper of an episode in store for you. Beginning with one of the greatest pains of all time, an absolute tragedy, a sad majesty. I can't believe I've done it. Since the release of this video, bouncing around on screen right here, there's not been one pre-release, but 2, 3, 4. Count them, 4 pre-releases, all neglected by none other than yours truly. Since there's some pretty interesting stuff here, this is about time I correct all of my wrongs with a big pre-release extravaganza. Since my final pre-release video, there have been some nice changes to Minecraft 1.20. Instead of 1.20 pre-release 3, oh boy, we have some ancient bug fixes and actually a really nice dispenser buff. And a change the change, instead of one of the final 1.20 pre-releases, dispenser's got some really nice changes and buffs. Long story short here, the location that a dispenser drops a boat outside of it, well, it's not like actually outside of it. Once this update drops, laddies, you'll actually be able to use the dispenser for some kind of fancy boat dispensing system. Well, in that first of the multiple basement childhood pre-releases that we've experienced since I last talked about them, dispenser's got another nice change. Let's say I had this thing fully submerged under water and I go ahead and power it. Check this out. The boat is actually going to dispense like way up on the surface of the water. You see that? It's wonderful. Another big thing that I would like to test here, I haven't done it quite yet, is how far does this actually work? We had this thing like way under the water here. We power it. All right. Let's try it again. Maybe like right here. 4 blocks or so under the water. 3 blocks under the water. 3 blocks under the water. Anybody? Oh, yay. 3 blocks under the water. No, 2 blocks. On that third one. Check this bug out. This is a bug that's existed in the game since a much simpler time, the beginning of 2020. I know I definitely have experienced this bug before, where for some reason, textures are basically just replaced inside of the game's files. It looks like this bug has now been fixed, and it will never happen again. This one actually comes with a little bit of a sad comment for me, because I know 100% I had a screenshot of this bug happening to me somewhere, but it's gone. Forever lost to the depths of time. Forever. Still inside of 1.20 pre-release 3, we have a round of rideable mob bug fixes. These ones are actually pretty significant too. Yeah, so if you couldn't tell at this point, 1.20 pre-release 3 was actually a pretty big one. Step 1 to check this one out is we tame this horse right over here. Please, cooperate. Come on. It's been like 20 times. With enough determination, we make this thing be my friend. Then we splash it with this potion right here. We take a jump and... Whoops, I mixed them up. I don't know if you can tell right there. Roll it back, but that leaping effect, it actually applies to the horse. The big one that I was just talking about has to do with the slow falling. So we go ahead and just replicate this by jumping over here. This is a tall height. We land and, ooh, it's a clean landing. No damage at all. Check out the rest of the change log. For 1.20 pre-release 3 that dropped about half a month ago, we can see a couple other bugs, but no real changes inside of this pre-release. Moving on. Shockingly, actually, inside of Minecraft 1.20 pre-release number 4 was a new feature to remind you to smash like on this video. And that's absolutely it. Much more recently, in fact, as of this week, Minecraft 1.20 moved into a 5th pre-release. For this one, let's pretend I was an absolute bad lad. Like, I like to just live on the edge. I like to store my trident on the ground, and I run back and pick it up every 5 minutes or so to make sure it doesn't despawn. Let's say I also like to drop anvils on my item on the ground. Well, when I drop an anvil on that item that's sitting on the ground, it will no longer despawn. Instead of this item previously being crushed, which, annoying, but also kind of cool. Now it's just going to be, like, bumped out of the way. How do we feel about this one? Do we like that? You know how it goes. 1.20 isn't out quite yet, which means you could be playing 1.19.4 still. If you are, this next one is for you. Check this out. I put this helmet on, and of course, unfortunately, we get this whole view obstructed thing. It's just kind of how it works. Next up, if you're inside of 1.19.4, I need you to try the same thing, except with a jack-o'-lantern. Which, yeah, for starters, you shouldn't be able to put a flaming pumpkin on your head in the first place, but when you put it on your head, this whole blurred vision thing will not exist. It's a pumpkin that goes on your head that is on fire, that doesn't block your view. In 1.20, it's returned to how it should be. Without the use of commands, you are no longer able to put a jack-o'-lantern on your head. This one, it will not be useful for a little bit more time because it's not even a thing back in time. You see this recipe bumping around over here? Well, it's all grouped together. In an earlier snapshot, once this wool chain stuff was actually made, they were all separated inside of here. I would have had like a bunch of them laid out right here. Last and least, for 1.20 pre-release 5, we got a couple more bug fixes and even a change to that whole uniform font stuff. Very nice. And that brings us almost up to speed. 1.20 pre-release number 6. Inside of this pre-release, we have a reversion. This air thing, I remember distinctly talking about this, maybe in a pre-release or something. Well, we're going back on it. And then we also have a change to custom crafting recipes inside of the smithing table. Literally a total of 5 bug fixes inside of this one, including this one that we talked about in a short that I made on this pre-release. And then finally, a small change to how the whole loot table mechanic that's shifting forever inside of 1.20 when it's tied to seeds. Yeah, well, we gotta change with that thing too. Because 1.20 is getting so close, I don't think there will be a single farther pre-release or even release candidate video from yours truly, other than a short. It's a great idea to subscribe so you don't miss any of the future shorts that I make on the other snapshots that happen. And of course, we got that brand new series coming so soon. Minecraft Guide is back. Minecraft 1.20.10, the very next update, the first update that will drop after 1.20 drops so soon, is actually already in development. And it's beautiful. Well, mostly beautiful. Aside from a really weird thing that I just hope is a bug, where the hand is like, all distorted and strange now. Minecraft 1.20.10, this is going to be a beautiful update. Now, friends, you know how it goes. Usually, as of late, I've been having a lot of fun making the pre-release videos. But because 1.20 is so close, and because there's so many things happening this week, there's only so many days in a week, there's no time for a full 1.20.10.20. And one of the latest, greatest, and largest, biggest parody changes of all time, amazing news for Minecraft 1.20.10. Not only is it going to be an interesting update with some significant changes, but crawling is finally a thing. If you had a world enabled in the Bedrock previews with that short sneaking toggle, the toggle that previously only allowed you to sneak under these blocks, and that was basically it, well, this toggle just got an amazing upgrade, and even better, Bedrock got a brand new animation. I think it's different than Java's. Check this out. We walk over to the trapdoor, we hit the trapdoor, and slowly,
dramatically, we're dropped all the way down to the ground.
We'll check it out in third person right here. Oh, slowly, we're down into crawling mode. Now, I got excited, I can't lie. Now, the changelog instead of brand new crawling animation was added to the game. I swear, this is just the same old thing as Java. Not really new. We've had it since, like, what? Like, literally 1.14. 5 years or something. At long last, crawling is an officially fully supported Minecraft mechanic. You'll be able to check it out on both versions of the game. And if this animation is like bugged and maybe there's meant to be like a different one or something, that means Minecraft Java 1.20.1 will probably update crawling as well. All in all, this is a really beautiful change. You can use it when mining, when making a small base, or just something like that. But I will say that if this is the intended actual animation, like, come on. We can do better now. It's 2023. Hey, look, I'm literally floating. I hate this game. It's miserable. It makes no sense at all. How does this even work? I'm sorry, I have to say it, but two of the biggest letdowns of Minecraft 1.20 is the torch flower that isn't a torch, and the pitcher plant that has no water inside of it. Also, for Bedrock Gang, the letdowns go farther, because inside of 1.20, you will not be able to give these things to a farmer villager. They will not do, like, anything at all, and you know what? For some reason, it still doesn't seem to work. Huh. Well, funnily enough, farmer villagers are meant to be able to interact with these things inside of this update, but it's not doing anything. We previously discovered that farmer villagers are like insane titans on Bedrock Edition. They pick things up before they even hit the ground, but this is the perfect segue into something sad. Now let's look back for a second and think about what's actually in 1.20. From the hanging sign to the chiseled bookshelf to the camel, we got a lot of fire old features that were announced like a million years ago. But that's definitely not all. 1.20 is a big update. We also got some fire features, armor trim, archaeology, that are a little bit newer. This week's new Bedrock preview dropped really late, and as the days went on, I really thought that we would see maybe actually one final 1.20 preview that would fix some giant bugs, but I mean, it's all black and white for a reason, friends. I feel like I've become something of your trail ruins connoisseur at this point. Over the past few weeks, we've been tracking the trail ruins and really just seeing what's up with the thing. When it comes to this specific trail ruin structure, I have not seen it quite yet. I don't know what to expect. But I did check out a different one in a different world. One of the biggest parts of 1.20 is exploring your world and sharding all over. You find the trail ruin structure, you do the excavation. So from starters here, this is one of the best blending in trail ruins. That's great, really promising. We move under the ground and unfortunately immediately we are hit with a large load of nothingness. The gap is still here. Immersing ourselves a little bit farther into the actual being of this world. Let's say I was doing a little bit of water mining. I'm inside of this cave. Oh wait, listen, what's that? The campfire, lit, burning, actively. Oh, okay. Granting myself the power of all-seeing vision, we will sadly see that Trail Ruins is terribly bugged still. Unfortunately, the Trail Ruins bugs that we've been taking a look at, alongside the long list of bugs that we talked about in this video, well, they're gonna be inside of Minecraft 1.20. Let's go ahead and try something out. We'll set ourselves really, really far away, then I'm gonna go ahead and do it all again. We'll locate a Trail Ruins, completely random, never seen it, and check it out. Setting myself far away, things actually begin really promising again. Well, like decently promising. I mean, sure, we still kind of have this obvious random hill here, but it does blend in. I'm fine, I would say that's a pass. I'm alone, I'm shaking it, I'm afraid though, because, yeah, it's just bugged. You get that large gap every time. I mean, I guess at least it's not a double layer thing, but then again, if the Trail Ruins structure is going to be bugged every single time, maybe the double-decker Trail Ruins really isn't that bad. And oh boy, double-decker Trail Ruins is still generates, my friend. Look at this thing. Yeah, yeah, they're still here. And actually, look at this. This is a new one. I've never seen this before. Inside of 1.20.10, Trail Ruin structure might get a little bit more bugged, actually. Look at that thing. It's fully exposed again. Wonderful. Great news for the next Minecraft update. It actually exists and is already in development. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll see even more interesting previews, which will be great. But sad news for 1.20, this is going to be insanely bugged. Almost bugged to the point that one structure is just, it's basically like not even in the update. I hate to say it, but it gets even worse when you think about how the world actually works. Inside of Bedrock in 1.20, you're going to load up your game, you're going to explore a little bit, find the trims and stuff, and you're going to load the world in. When you load the world in, the Trail Ruins is going to generate in, completely bugged and messed up. And it'll stay that way forever. It's very sad news, really, really. But I would never leave you on a low note. Oh, great news. The day is finally here. After what feels like speculation for months and months worth of time, we actually know the release date of Minecraft 1.20. And it's actually different this year. It's not on a Tuesday. As I'm sure you've heard by now in a pretty sweet reveal video that Mojang dropped yesterday, the Minecraft 1.20 was announced to be dropping on June 7th. That's gonna be a Wednesday, in like a couple weeks. I feel kind of emotional, but 1.20 development cycle is officially like basically over. After this, we move on to 1.20.1 and then eventually 1.21. Usually updates released on a Tuesday, and all of this really makes me wonder why they're switching things up. Is it to perfectly line it up with the release of 1.19? Hey, probably not. It all makes me wonder about the future updates, like 1.21, is that June 7th, 2024? And what about 1.20.10? From here on out, are Wednesdays not only Snapshot Day, my dudes, but also Update Day too? Anyways, for today's video, the pre-releases, the most recent preview, and the release date, that's just about all I got for you. When it comes to 1.20.10, there's a whole lot more that we didn't even get to go over today, including new recipes, new items in the inventory, and even some brand new interesting leaks. We'll talk about those things another time, and that brand new series another time too, on June 8th. Leave a like if you liked it, sub for the new series. This has been me, Waddles, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.